I think we're just gonna start. I didn't hear some of those shout out sound effects at first, and then they started coming back on. So I don't know what happened, but I think they're there. Hi y'all. It's been a few more days than I wanted it to have been. But we're here. Oh man, this is supposed to be where y'all can see it. We're here to continue some of the White City build. I sure intended to go live and build a little bit more, at least a couple more days this week. And then, as it does, the week got very busy. Went to a show out of town on Friday night. We were out and about on Saturday. Still got plenty of stuff we got to do today, but I figured go live for a little bit this afternoon and see if we can build any more. Last time we ended, we started on book 2 of the instructions, and we finished box 1, and that was our stopping point. I thought that the end of box 1 meant that this section here was done, at least for now. And then I scrolled to bag 19 in the instruction books, and I don't know that that's particularly the case. So I think we're going to have more to build onto this section right here. I thought we were going to be starting the next section that would, I assume, connect to the throne room, but I don't know that we're starting that yet. So I'm going to go put this over to the side somehow, probably like this. You know, I just realized I did not even test my my Lego scene. We're gonna do this together. Here we are. It looks good. This is a very wide portion to have just sitting somewhere on the side while you're building the rest of it. I'm sure y'all know that. Actually, that works out well because I can set this. I can click this in where it's supposed to go, at least for now, because as you can see, bag 19 here, the first part is not building onto this, but I do think we are building onto it a little bit more. I have to open box 2. Before I do that, hang on, let me go back here. Hi. Canuck, congratulations on first. Kuro, welcome in. Teriyaki, welcome in. I got distracted. I meant to go live about half. Oh, wait, I wasn't showing y'all this first. I'm starting to talk and not even, look at this guy. I got this like 3 weeks ago when I went up to Nashville for a show. Probably more than 3 weeks ago. I think it was literally on the 1st of June. I've had it sitting in the fridge. This is a Casey's exclusive. We don't have Casey's around here, and they had one of these. It's like a, well, brand new. It's not brand new anymore. It's not brand new anymore, but it's about a month old. And I haven't tried it yet. I've been saving it for some time on stream, but this is my last option because I finished all of my whiteouts and code reds and voltages. So here we are. We're going to try this. I'm sure. I don't know. I'm actually kind of stoked. I really like the old Casey's exclusive, which was Overdrive. I don't know if I'm as impressed as I thought I was going to be with the BlackBerry, but that's coming off of like 6 cans of whiteout, and whiteout is my absolute favorite. I think it'll grow on me. I'm not getting as much of the BlackBerry as I thought I was going to though, but it's not like, I don't know. I always feel like I should compare like BlackBerry to like grape soda, and it is not that strong, which is definitely a plus. Sometimes you'd be wanting a grape soda. That was not what I wanted today, so that's good. It's a lot more muted BlackBerry than I thought, but like I said, it's not a bad thing. We'll keep sipping on it and see if I come up with any more opinions. It's pretty good, but I don't know that it's as good as I expected, which makes me feel a little bit better because I can't get any more of these anytime soon. Greta, welcome in. Going live announcement rage baited you. I don't know when we're gonna build our Denethor minifigure. I assume it'll be closer to the end. I've been trying to put somewhat relevant go live notifications, and I was like, this will be a fun one. Greta, what do you mean? Gondor needs no king. Definitely was well, I would never have intended to rage bait anybody with that. Okay, I'm pulling out back box number 2. I put box number 1 back in there. It's empty. Oh, that's upside down. See, I still can't tell. Here's box number 2. I believe it is the same print on the front. Yeah, as box number 1. I'm looking at it back here. Actually, I think I'm wrong. This is from the back, so it is different. Box 1 shows the blueprint from the front. I'm going to go ahead and open it. We are on bag 18. I don't know how long I'm going to be live today, but I figured it was about time since I intended to be live multiple more times last week and then did not end up being able to make that happen. I was like, I should probably do a little bit today. Planning on doing kind of like what we did last week or when we started, where every couple days maybe we'll build a little bit more. We'll just see what the world has in store for me this week. So, all right. I do remember there's tape on all sides of this, so we got to make sure we open it all. Like I said, I thought we were going to be finished with this other section, this one, and now that I've opened the instruction books back to bag 19, I think we're building a little bit more, which is good. I don't believe that middle section is going to be all one piece, but it would be interesting if it was. No, I do see little connection points, so. All right. 1 million years later, here we are. I guess I'm going to do what I did last time. At least for this stream, since I didn't really prepare it. I'm going to put the lid down here, and that's where my trash is going to go. Okay, so we got at least... I see bag 33 in here. I think there's 60 bags total. I'm fairly sure. I thought I read something about that. We're going to get out... Oh, there's 36 in here, so that would be 18 more bags than this. I'm going to start getting out some bags. But I really want bags 19 through like 24. So that's what I'm really looking for. There's 26. There's 19. Okay, that's gonna be our starting point. I'm gonna put a lot of them back in here. Oh, there's 37. There's 23. Okay. 35, 39. Okay, so there's at least one bag. Maybe there's 40 in here. 21, 20. Oh, more instruction book. This is probably book number 3. And I believe there are only 3 instruction books. What's up, Ed? Welcome in. Oh my gosh, did I not hear? I don't know if I'm just not hearing some of the alert or not, but I didn't hear some of the shout outs at the beginning either. And then I did hear it. Okay, I haven't seen a 40 yet. I think that is all that we're looking for. 27. No paper bags yet in this set, unfortunately. I think it goes to 39. 26, 25. Okay. That's all I'm worried about. I'm gonna go put this guy over here too. Oh, and I guess these guys. Okay. So where do I pull out? 22. 24, 20, okay, so 19 and 20, they're gonna 1. Okay, 21, 22, 23, 24. That's exactly what I was looking for. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss any. I'm gonna stack these guys up and put them out of sight. Out of sight. What's up, Flower? Welcome in. Oh my gosh. We got some people here. Yeah, I did definitely. So we're starting bag 19. Oh, I need to go here. There we are. Like I said, I intended to be live a little bit more than I was last week, but the week just got busier and busier in and outside of work. But here we are. I plan to take my time with this, so we're not in any hurry. So I do think we're building on more to this section, so I will pull it over when we need it, but at least for the first little bit as we're building on its own. I don't know, I could be wrong. Maybe I should go backwards instead of forwards. I think actually all of it is going to build on itself. believe it or not. So we're gonna start back up. I keep thinking about, I've had the door shut to the office because I don't want the cats to come up and knock stuff down. They knocked down one of the Lego Botanicals from the bookshelf in the living room the other day, which was disappointing, but it was okay. And I keep, it's kind of been, this one's kind of been like out of sight, out of mind, but every once in a while I'll walk in here to do something and be like, oh my gosh, I need to build some more Minas Tirith. So I think the problem is when I finish it, I'm gonna have to find somewhere for it to go. And I don't know where that's gonna be yet. I actually saw a really cool idea, and I don't know that I could implement it in here. Somebody had like, I call it a floating shelf. I don't think it was a floating shelf. I think it had brackets underneath, but it was up on the wall and it was deep enough for Minas Tirith, and they had it sitting on the floating shelf, and they had 3 like Lord of the Rings posters below it, and I thought it was really well executed. I could do the knockoff budget version of it, where instead of posters, it's just a shelf with a whole bunch of Legos on it. I don't know. Like I said, I started clearing a space over here, but I realized I think I'm gonna need a lot more space than I cleared. So we'll just have to see. We're building a column here, a tower, if you will. So the top and the bottom of this has these little. I'm gonna call them like torches, spots for torches. I don't know if that's right or not. I say the top and the bottom, but oh, I see. It is a top and the bottom. I was like, I only got 4 of these. It's because I'm only supposed to put 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom. You learn how to read the instructions. There we are. We've got, okay, so let's make sure we do this correctly. Half there, and then we've got these quarter pieces that'll go on the other side. Oop. You saw nothing. Okay. Oh, and now that's done. So I'll set that over here for now. Maybe I did scroll the wrong way. I need my, whoa, I need to put my coaster over here somewhere. If I hide this like way up here, can y'all see it? Oh, y'all can barely see it. How about that? Okay. The problem is this table shakes a lot more, so I get a little bit more nervous. Now it's an arm's reach. This bag, and maybe, I feel like a set of track lights would look nice to give it a spotlight for display. That would be really cool. I also like, so we've got Rivendell back here. I haven't built it yet, but I picked it up on Double Points weekend a couple weekends ago. And I always said if I'm gonna do any of those like Lego lighting kits for any set, it would be Rivendell. Minas Tirith, I've seen. I don't think like the big company. I think Light My Bricks is what they're called. There's a big one that does some really cool ones. I don't know if they've done one for Minas Tirith yet, but the Minas Tirith ones look really cool as well. But yeah, the problem with those is that, I mean, not for sets this size, of course. Like, I thought about doing a light kit for the Balrog Book Nook set that I've got in the living room on the bookshelf. And I think the light kit was like the price of the set. And I was like, I'm not doing that. Get to do an entire wall just for Lord of the Rings sets. Yes, you really could. Actually, when I went to go pick up, I think it was Rivendell, the guy at the Lego store was like, okay, so I told him I had just got Minas Tirith, and he was like, are you gonna get the Shire and Barad-dûr? I was like, man, I like them, but I don't like them as much as the others. Said I also need to find space for the ones I have. I want to make sure I'm lining up all these. Okay, lining up all these lines down here. Not that it really matters, but yeah, I do like the other ones. Barad-dûr is really cool, but that one is like, and I know I'm saying this as I've got Minas Tirith like in progress over here. Barad-dûr is huge, I have no idea where that would go. And I know it's less pieces, but I feel like Minas Tirith it's wider, but like it's more, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't say more compact, but Barad-dûr is definitely taller. That would be, I feel like, a lot more of a hassle. I was kind of looking around at display cases, right? I want something that can hold both Minas Tirith and Rivendell. And I actually, like, as I'm looking at display cases, Minas Tirith can go on top of most anything. I think Rivendell is going to be a little bit more difficult than I anticipated to shop for a shelf for, because it is just awkwardly, like, an awkward amount of, I was going to say wideness, but it's really wideness and depth. Just like, if you're looking for a shelf for it, then like anything that's enclosed is not going to be quite as deep as you want it to be without being massive. And then if you find something that is as deep, then it may not be as wide either. The good thing is Rivendell will, like, I've seen a lot of people build it in ways that, like, it's got connecting parts. I think it's got like 3 main connecting parts, and if someone doesn't have the service area for it, I've seen people just put different sections in different places on their bookshelf, and I was like, that would be awesome. That would be a really good way to just, I don't know. So that being said, like, I think it'll be easy to find a home for Minas Tirith because it can just go on top of whatever, right? But if I'm trying to find anything else without wasting space for Rivendell, that may be a little bit more difficult. But Rivendell has the pro of probably being a lot prettier for the average the average person that's looking at decorations and Legos and stuff, right? Okay, I only got 4 of these for this part. So I don't know. What's up, Carton? Welcome in. How's it going? What were you up to today? Let me see if I can. My keyboard is way up here. How's it going? You're playing. Oh, is that go? Oh, thank you, Edge. American Trucks. I saw Simulator, and my mind just went to Goat Simulator. I know it was not Goat Simulator. How was your stream? We are building a giant Lego set. We've actually been building it for. I think this is. Whoa. I got too distracted. I think this is stream number. I was gonna put build number 4 or build day number 4 or whatever, and I realized I'm not actually sure if this is stream number 4 or 5. I think it's number 4. It's been about a week since we've been live. Been getting a little bit busy, which is not particularly bad, just busy. But we're building this giant Lego Lord of the Rings set, so which is Minas Tirith. And I've been telling folks I've got Rivendell back in the back that'll be waiting for its time in the sun. We've just been taking it piece by piece. Well, I guess that's kind of how you have to do all Lego sets. We've been kind of doing it here and there, probably 2 or 3 hour streams, just working on it. Not trying to do it all in one sitting or anything. Here we go. So we do connect over here. And just working it as I've got some time. It's been very busy recently. We're getting kind of into that. I don't know. I mean, since the spring, I feel like it has been very busy season. Oh, this is going to go right over here. We've already got a spot for it. Have to make sure, since it's been quite a while. What's up, Durgo? Welcome in. Since it's been quite a while since we've done anything on this, I got to make sure I get my perspective back. So I'm looking at it from here. I know y'all don't quite see at the angle that the instructions do yet. Guess I'll put it over here. But if I'm looking at it from here, then we're going to set this on. Oh, it connects. Okay, that'll make it easier. So let me show you guys now, because so we're here. This little piece on the side that we built is going to connect up here. So that's how you orient it, is however that little bridge area connects. Nice. Oh, okay, and now we're doing a bit more building over on this side. Let me think about this, because like I said, I thought we were going to be doing our own thing and not really building on quite as much. Okay, so we've got this corner piece that's going to go right here, and that's going to kind of reinforce our connection area we just put down. And then we've got a couple of these long flat pieces. That is gonna, I don't know why I thought this area was finished. Maybe it was probably just the way that the box, we ended our stream at the end of the box. I figured we were gonna start something new next time. Need to get a new Lego set. The last one I made was a Starry Night one. Oh, so we haven't done that one. We have done, actually, my wife has the Lego Monet water lilies. That one was a really cool one. She built all of that one, and she did it over a little bit of time too. But that one was really neat. And then I got a couple years back, I think the the build is still, well, it's probably not on Twitch anymore, but it lives on YouTube. We did the Great Wave set, which I thought was really neat as well. But that's been a little while. So yes, I do like the Starry Night set, but we have not picked that one up yet. It's really cool that it comes with a minifigure as well. What's up, Brad? Welcome in. Oh, I gotta build 2 of these too. Okay, but it does tell me at the end of the page, so I keep forgetting. I'm trying to do really good about kind of doing that real time, but we're almost there. So let me get this one done, and then we'll do the next. I did a Starry Night in one sitting, and that took almost 8 hours. So the last one we did, well, that's last one probably is not true, but we did the Lego SLS, the Artemis rocket, the big one. I've got the little one over here too, but we did the big one on stream, and I did it in one sitting, and I think it was like 11 hours. It's like that's the next biggest set I've done before this one, and it was 3,600 pieces. And yeah, I think it was like 11 hours, and my fingers were swollen after it. Like not noticeably, but like noticeable as in like when I try and put on a ring, it wouldn't quite fit. It's like, huh. So yeah, that kind of made me say, you know, I think I could lock in and do really Minas Tirith or Rivendell. Like if I just sat down in front of the movies and tried not to get distracted and just went, then maybe, like, I think if I wasn't super distracted, then I could make it take a little bit less time than most folks would think. But I wanted to take my time with it, and I didn't want to see the consequences if it did end up taking like 24 hours. I'm sure it's a chair. Yes, that's the other thing is when I sit, and here is not quite as bad, but like I do tend to do a lot of leaning forward too, especially with the size of the set and the table. But in the living room, if I sit down and do any Legos, then yeah, my back after is does not appreciate what I did. Okay, this is another one we're building 2 of. Yes, yep, I'd be hunching so bad. So that's kind of that's not really why. I guess it's a silver lining of doing it this way. Instead of sitting down doing it in one sitting, I get to enjoy it over a longer period of time. I get to not be particularly sore, and here we are. What's up, Sarah? Welcome in. We're building Legos. This is like build stream number 4, I think. I'm still not 100% sure. I could go look of our Lego Minas Tirith stream. It's been like a week since we've been live. I've been staying very busy. Okay, this is the beginning of the next area. Okay, so I feel like there should be something else up here, but there's not. Okay, well, this is what we've got. We did most of this last time. It's really just this column that we built this time to start off box 2. So here's what we've got. I'll go move this over here, and I'll just show y'all, if y'all have not seen kind of the earlier sections of this build. This is oh gosh, this is what we're working with, and I just pulled that out of the slot over here. The footprint of this set is huge, and we are, I would say, I think there are 60 bags in this set, and we're about to start bag number 20. So we're almost a third of the way through. The set is 8,200 pieces, which is the biggest set I have ever built by like over two times, because 3,600 was the other one. I'm gonna set this here. I think this is gonna be good to see what else we're doing. We also, so here's a look at this. Look at this guy. This still has one. My cord isn't long enough. We still have one more box in here we got to do, but I have just started this box, and then back here, I don't know if y'all see this secret back here, but Rivendell is sitting back here as well. I just picked it up on Double Points weekend a couple weekends ago. I used all my insider points and all my work benefit points for these sets. I said it's time. I also have quite a few unbuilt sets over here. We've got the Happy Plants that we haven't done yet that I'm looking at. I've got a few gift with purchase sets. We did do the Snoopy. We did the Snoopy on his doghouse set before we started this one. We did a couple small streams to make sure I still knew how to stream after like however many months it's been. And then said, okay, I've got a setup. We'll do Minas Tirith. Okay, let me see. Sarah said, how's life? Oh yes, it has been very busy here. I went to go see the Artemis launch, and that was at the beginning of April. And like I think the last time I streamed before like this and the Snoopy build was before that. I don't think I have been live since then. And then yeah, stuff has just been getting really busy. So I said, if we're gonna build this, yes, I want to stream it, yes, I want to document it, but I'm not gonna sit here and try and do it in 1 or 2 sittings. I'm just gonna do it in a couple hour spurts, every few days once I've got the time to do it. But yeah, I'm definitely getting a little bit backed up. Also, it's good that it's taken me a little bit of time to do this because I gotta figure out where this set is gonna go. Also found the Van Gogh Sunflower. I saw that you found the Sunflower one. Yes, I didn't remember where you said you got it, but I saw a picture of it somewhere that you posted. It was unopened. That's really cool. We've got the Monet water lilies. We're just talking about the art sets, and we streamed a couple of years ago the Great Wave set. So we got a couple of those. Get surgery again, second time in less than a year. Yes, yeah. Well, and I guess you got to think about too. Did you pass go? Yeah, I was gonna say recovery is probably a good time to do it as long as you can get around and move and stuff. We were just talking about how like the silver lining of doing this in multiple sittings is, oh look at this, I can pull these out now, the extra bag, is like I'm only hunched over for like a couple hours building and not for like 8 hours like it might be if I tried to do a really long sitting. So just kind of taking it slow whatever time I've got, and we'll build it. I'm thinking that Rivendell we're probably gonna do the same way, but we got to get through this one first. It's gonna be a little while. Because yeah, this is instruction book number 2 out of 3, I think, and we're like a third of the way through it. So okay, yeah, that is about right. If this bag is 20 out of 60, that's a third. There we go. Okay, let's keep working on this. We've been doing about 6 bags a stream, give or take, but it's just kind of whatever we're feeling. I'm not committing myself to anything. We got a few more things we got to do this evening too. We got to make a grocery run. So we'll see how much we do today. Just trying not to overdo it. Trying not to ruin my sleep schedule. I'll tell y'all, I got really good at letting stream mess up my sleep schedule. not that I have fixed it over the past few months, but yeah, I got really good at it. Oh, let's just we can keep going for a little bit. It'll be fine. It was usually fine, but man, I went to a show out of town on Friday, and it was really cool. It was in Birmingham, so it's not like it's a good bit out of town for me. It's a bit of a drive. It's not like 5-10 minutes down the road or anything. So every once in a while I'll go out to shows there, but they do a big fest every summer that they've brought back called Furnace Fest. And this show was a benefit for the Slice Furnaces, which is a big historical monument in Birmingham and that's where they do Furnace Fest every year. Is at this big national monument, and it's really really neat. They were like 3 stages, but all that to say that this weekend's show that I went to was a benefit for the furnaces, the venue itself, in preparation for Furnace Fest this year, and it was really neat. That being said, there were 11 bands on the bill, and it was like a hardcore show, right? It's like hardcore metalcore bands. And the show started at 6, and there were 2 stages in the venue. This one wasn't at the furnaces. And they published the set times beforehand. And the last band, sorry, I'm making sure I've got all these. The last band was their set time started at 10:45 p.m. And I was like, I'm getting too old for this. So I didn't get back home till like 1:30 in the morning. I've done worse before, but not in a while. It was definitely a lot. Have you had dog food before tomorrow? I'm gonna have some. We might have to get cat food too. I didn't think about that. I did not think about that. We might have to add that to the list. Find a person there, like, want to hang out at 11. It's like, not really. That's bedtime. Well, yeah, then yesterday we went out and about to a bunch of antique stores and hung out with friends and stuff, and like ended getting dinner with a bunch of folks, and they were like, do y'all want to do anything after this? And a bunch of the folks we were hanging out with were like, oh yeah, let's go. And we were like, we're gonna go to bed, actually. Okay, here's what we got. You said you wouldn't expect it to be pop. One of the bands that play, I don't know if you may know these guys. I don't know if you know these guys. But H2O was one of the bands that played. The 2 headlining bands were, well, 2 headlining. Technically there were 3 because there were 2 stages, but the 2 main draw bands, it was H2O and Bane, were like the old ones. That have been around for forever, right? And Orthodox, who I was stoked for. I'm always stoked for Orthodox. But it was pretty cool to get to see H2O. They played a couple songs off the first album, which is crazy. And I think the vocalist's name was Toby. His son played drums with them, which I thought was really neat. I don't know how long I don't know. They've been a band for so I'm sure they've had plenty of lineup changes, right? But I thought that was really neat. And then Bane, of course, stopped being a band for a little bit and then started up again. And it was legendary to finally get to see Bane. And then I was telling folks, I think Orthodox, they're a straight edge band up from Nashville. I think every time I see Orthodox, every time they play a set, it is the new scariest set I have ever seen in my entire life. I was hiding in the corner like a baby. I'm not embarrassed to admit it. They just get scarier and scarier. Let's see. What are we looking at? What are we looking at here? What are we doing? I've got, there's a little corner piece here that I have yet to put on. So this is gonna go down here. I see. Okay. And then the corner piece, I'm not doing a very good job at showing y'all this. We're just kind of building out the foundation. Oh, speaking of late shows, hang on. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. Okay, here's what we have. I think we're there. Speaking of late shows, so there's a big festival that I guess they do every year. I assume it's annual. Most festivals are. Oh, I gotta put in the bass. Whoops. Let's do that. That happens in Atlanta every year. And Atlanta's a good bit of a drive for me. We don't do a lot of Atlanta shows, just because it makes me mad to drive that far back after a show. But they do a fest called Shaky Knees Festival every year. I think every year. And it's like, yeah, I'm it's not really my thing, but they announced that they're doing a couple after shows of Shaky Knees Fest, like late night shows. And one of them, it's like a Saturday night, and it's a late night show up after the fest, right? So it is very, very late. And it's Knocked Loose, who's a really big metalcore band that has just blown up in the past few years. So I've got to see them a few times because they're playing the fest, I think, on Sunday. And this after show is Saturday night, and it's Knocked Loose and a band called Foundation. And Foundation is the reason I went to Furnace Fest last year. Probably the coolest set I have ever seen in my entire life was seeing Foundation play last year. And I was like, okay, I gotta go. Like, this is like Knocked Loose and Foundation would be a crazy show to get to go see. Doors open for that show, that because it's a fest after show. Doors open at 11 p.m. Like, I don't know how much you'd have to pay me. So you're like, yeah, I'd have to get a hotel, but like, I don't even care if I had a hotel settled down and it was like free, right? I would get out of that show and I would just be mad. And I don't know if that means I'm getting old or what, but that would make me so mad. I'm sure it would be really cool, but it's like, man, like, if it had been a regular show at a regular time, sure, yeah, I'll go. Yeah, I'll get a hotel stay the night. If the show doesn't start till like 11:40, I don't know how much you'd have to pay me to go. I was telling Hannah they could make it a free show, and I don't know if I would have gone. Yes, 11 p.m. Flower said I wanted to go to Shaky Knees forever. So I actually started looking at it after I saw, because I hadn't really, I'd heard the name before, but I didn't know anything about it. And I think last year, like, it's pretty diverse lineup, and I think last year Weird Al played, which is really funny. But yeah, you got Knocked Loose playing. You've got a few hardcore adjacent bands on there. I think a lot of the fests have gotten a lot better about, I say better, have started including a lot more like hardcore adjacent, heavier, I guess I'll say, bands. Even if it's only a couple, which is kind of cool. Knocked Loose has been playing like lots of fests in the past few years, like big ones. Okay, let me make sure. Sleep on, yes, yeah. Yeah, 11 would be crazy. And I almost went to a Furnace Fest after show a couple of years ago, and it was the same kind of way, and it was not too far away from me. I mean, it wasn't as far as Atlanta, but it wasn't like in town, and just like I think it like would have started at 10 or something, or 10:30, and it was like, I'm not doing that. It'd be really cool. It's one thing if I'm there at the fest, right? But if I'm just driving down for the show, I don't know if I need to be doing all that. I don't know. I got like 3 months to change my mind though, so yeah. Foundation just reunited. They haven't put out music in 10 years. They just reunited, I think last year they started playing shows again. So they were like kind of before my time. I did not ever think I would get to see them. So it was very cool to get to see them at Furnace Fest last year. Be very cool to get to see them again too. They pretty much just play fests now. They'll play a few shows a year. So that'd be kind of the draw for that one. Is, I mean, I guess technically it's at a fest, but it's not a fest. Okay. Oh, Sarah didn't put on a Hawaiian shirt. Okay, my Hawaiian shirts are not in here, but I can go get one. Do you have a color preference? Let me see if we can put this on this section as well. And then we can go put on a Hawaiian shirt. I'm asking if you have a color preference, like you know all the colors of Hawaiian shirts I own. I mean, there's a non-zero chance that I'll have... Does this attach? Oh, I think this goes... Yeah, okay. So, interesting. We built in these little these little rods here. I didn't think we were gonna, well, I don't know. I didn't think we were gonna connect it till later, but I also thought we were gonna kind of build this out all on its own first. Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to figure out where that went. Let's connect this real quick, and then we'll go find a Hawaiian shirt. This ridge on the table, for those of y'all wondering why I'm having so much trouble with this ridge on the table just kind of, its flatness is not 1,000,000,000% there. There we go. So I just kind of have to arrange it. Okay, let me see where this piece went, because I just knocked it the heck off. It was way back here. I just need a picture. I just need a picture of where it went. It was on this section. They're hiding it. They're hiding it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's see. I think it just went like here. Is that right? Let me go back a little bit more. I want to make sure. I don't think I'm right. Y'all can't even really see where I'm putting it. It's somewhere over here. It's like the corner. Oh, it probably is the corner, and that's why it came up. Oh, I see. All right, I'm gonna set this right here. I've been curling much lately. Not as much as I would have liked. I did curl this last season with our club. Our club is actually making they've been doing fundraising. And there are actually 2 new rinks under construction at our ice sports center. One of them is like a big arena rink with a lot more seating than the 2 that we've got now, and the other is a dedicated curling facility. So that's supposed to open next year, like early next year, which is going to be really cool. It's gonna make things a lot easier. But I've been out of town a lot for the last season, or we've just been busy. And the weeks I have been here, then the other team that we've been scheduled to play has had members out of town, and they've ended up forfeiting. So I've only got to play probably a couple games the last season, but I am signed up for one of the summer leagues, and it's really interesting because you don't pick your teams; they assign teams with the intent to try and make this the first time they've done a league structure like this. They assign people to teams to try and balance them across the board. So it'll be real interesting to see how it goes. But we do have a couple bonspiels coming up, which are like curling tournaments that folks travel for, and one of them is here coming up in September, and I've played in that one once before, I think just once. And then I've actually got one coming up in October in Atlanta. It's going to be the first bonspiel I've ever traveled for. It's at the end of October in Atlanta, and it's called Night of the Curling Dead. And it's all Halloween themed, and you get to wear costumes. So I'm very excited. That seemed like a really fun one to get to go to. Okay, I've stalled too long. Let me go back to wherever we just attached this piece, so we don't forget where we were. Okay, here we were. I'm gonna go put on a Hawaiian shirt. Give me like a minute and a half, and I will be right back. Okay, I don't know if I was quite a minute and a half, but hopefully this is worth it. If I was a little longer, y'all can't even see him. He's made of shadows. But we have Bubby. He hates being picked up. Let me see if he has anything to say to y'all. Bubby, you got anything to say? Do you have... No, don't use those. He is so wiggly. Is that what you had to say? Don't be mad. We're buddies. This is Mr. Bubby. He has been under the couch all day. And he just happened to walk in the room. So I wanted him to come say hi. No, don't. Look, show them your eyes. He's so pretty, and I don't know, y'all can't tell how big he is because he's making himself really small, except for his feet. No. You do not get to climb. No, down. He does not like being held. I should caveat that sometimes he likes being held, but you don't get to decide that. He gets to decide that. Hey, you're gonna have to get out. We've got stuff in here. I keep this door shut to the office because cats don't mix well with these. But there's also a bunch of other stuff in here. We got some flowers in here that we don't want them to eat. We just got all kinds of stuff that they don't need to be getting into in here. So I'm trying to watch him to make sure he's not going to destroy anything. But last time he came in here for a little bit and he actually got under the desk way back there and was sleeping. Oh yes, we got the red Hawaiian shirt too, by the way. Also, if y'all want to talk hardcore discourse, y'all I wore my Indit shirt today. Y'all can look up the latest Indit controversy and see what y'all think. Look, now he's here wanting pets. See, he's so... Hey, he likes being petted, but he doesn't like being picked up. He doesn't like being picked up. Okay, let me go over here. We got our Hawaiian shirt. I had to try not to wake up Hannah. And my Hawaiian shirts aren't in here anymore. So, but yeah, we got Mr. Bubby. I'm watching him like a hawk. All right, we got... No. Do it. Nope. Most efficient way to put together Legos. We got this guy, and it's going to go right here. Right there is where it went. I have definitely missed something because I should not have this piece extra. And I probably should not have this piece extra. So let me scroll back a little bit and see. I definitely put this piece on, so we're good there. That's what I get for trying to have a conversation. It's not y'all's fault, it's my fault. I need to pay attention a little bit more. Okay, we've put this guy on. And I think I've got all of them on the other side, but let me go take a look. Because I can always put these back. Oh, I missed one here. There we go. There you have it. Okay. However, I definitely should not have this extra guy, and I think he goes underneath this. Yes. Okay. So we did not put that on earlier. I should have realized when we added, when we put the flat piece underneath these, and I did not. Okay. Now we're all right. This one probably is extra. But you don't really get a lot of extra big pieces like that, so... Okay. These were a little bit difficult to flatten down, so I'm trying to be careful just because I know, like I said, this table isn't particularly level. All right. There we are. That's the piece. Let me get the other corner. All right. I think that's going to stay now. Just got to balance up the levelness. Okay. Apologies for the interruption. Am I still? I'm feeling like... Oh yeah, this is still... pushed all the way down. Let's try that. I think that looks better. I can still see a little bit more shadow there than I'd like to, but I think it's good. All right. Bag 21. So this will be bag number 3 of today. Oh, we got some cool like tiles in this one that we've seen before. We also have some rings in here. Y'all can see that right here. There are like 3 of them in that bag. Pretty neat. I'll set the smaller pieces up here. I kind of got this big section like that I gotta put right in the middle of the table and the camera, so you guys can see. Oh man, you know, if I had stalled just a little bit longer, then I could have lined up my Hawaiian shirt with the ad. So we'll do a couple more steps. We will take a quick break for the ad when it comes up because I don't want you guys to have to miss anything. So just so y'all know, trying to do better. Okay, so we do have another area that we're gonna build. I thought I felt something pop up. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this over here. Again, we're gonna have to be moving this back and forth, which is why I'm thankful it doesn't like click in together yet super hard. And we're gonna start this part, which will probably be fine. What do we got? There we got. And I assume this is just going to go on top of like that foundational structure we just built, or maybe even it's going to connect to it in some way. I'm sure. I do like that I don't know. I like the way that this set has built up so far. It's probably pretty standard if you're doing something to this scale, but it's really neat. This goes on. We're gonna have like one set of connectivity there, I think. Okay, because this guy goes right here. Sure, we'll build out a little bit more structurally. Probably should have put this guy on first. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, because I don't think I had that on properly before anyways. Okay, let's flip it back over. We got another wing. At least is what I call it. We gotta make sure to leave a gap here. And another big plate. Alright. Like I said, I have not been separating out the pieces for each step, so we're gonna hope we didn't miss anything. All right, so now we do connect this here. This is gonna go in this little area, so it is pretty much like exactly like what we did before. It goes right up on top, and it will just slot in here because it parallels with this side. We just have built on top of that side. I don't know how it expects me to do all that. Okay, I think we're good. I think we have slotted ourselves on there. Just try not to cause too much strain on the rods I know that are connecting this. Okay, so this is where things get difficult. Like I said, I'm gonna try and put this into a angle where you guys can tell what's going on in relation to the instructions. I'm gonna have to probably look a little bit to figure it out, but that's okay. So this guy's gonna go right here. And actually that red piece is gonna be the lifesaver for a reference point, let me try and get these last couple pieces on before we take our quick ad break. We got 41 seconds. I need a 2x4 flat. That's gonna go right up here. And then I got a black 2x2. Okay. We're gonna take a quick BRB. Gonna be about 3 minutes for all the ads. Make sure y'all don't miss anything. We'll come right back. We'll be at the spot. I'm gonna get up and stretch at the same time, even though I just got up a little bit. Walk around, go visit the kitties. I'll see y'all in like 3 minutes after the ads. Thank y'all for hanging out. I've been walking around looking for the other cat. I don't know where she is. I don't know where she's gone. I was gonna bring y'all Norm to see. She's found a good hiding spot somewhere. She has recently, yeah, she's not in here. I'm trying to see if she's hiding in here, and she came in without me seeing. So y'all saw Bubby a little bit earlier. We also got Norm. She is very funny with her spots that she gets in. She's a little, well, I probably wouldn't call her little anymore. She's a brown tabby cat. Most of y'all have seen her before. She usually comes in and visits because I keep a bag of her treats right over here. And every time I go live, then I try and incentivize her to come in and say hi by giving her a treat. So usually when I turn on the lights and I'm sitting in here talking, then she'll come in and be like, hey, it's time for some treats, at least at one point. Her spots, she is very, like, I'll say cyclical with her spots. Like, she'll decide she really likes a spot for like a month or so, and then she'll find another spot and she'll decide she really likes it for like a month or so, and she'll kind of just rotate around. So right now her spot of choice, at least up until a week or so ago, was in the closet. And we don't leave the closet open, but anytime anyone would open the closet, then she would want to go in there. And I had like a couple empty backpacks that I take on trips and stuff, but I didn't use all the time, in like on the floor of the closet by my shoe rack, and she would go in there and she would lay on the backpacks we had in there. So we actually had to be very, very careful for a little while. I had a couple times that I had not realized she was in the closet for whatever reason, and probably because she wasn't on the backpack and she was exploring around a little bit, that I closed her in, and then Bubby would come and be kind of sniffing around the closet door, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, Norm's in there. Did go check. I did not see her in the closet, but she wasn't on. We moved out her backpack. I call it her backpack now, not my backpack. We moved it out of the closet recently, and now it's just kind of sitting next to the closet so that she's got something to lay on, without us having to worry about whether she's in the closet or not. And that has just been that has been her spot. The backpack right outside the closet. She's probably covered it in cat hair. Today I picked her up and I was laying down on the bed this morning, and she's like not really a lap cat, but it kind of depends on the day or how she's feeling, kind of like Bubby. And picked her up and like just kind of laid her on my chest, and she just laid, and she probably laid there for like an hour, just like went to sleep. It's like I don't know what I don't know what I did to deserve this, but I'm not moving. Okay, I'm trying to look at the orientation of this because, like I said, I'm kind of looking at this from below. I think that's correct. And then I need the 1x2. I do see a little text blurb up there we're gonna read in a second. Greta said, Tux is calling Gondor for aid. I let the kittens out. Oh my gosh. How many kittens are you watching over right now, Greta? We did have Bella here for a little while, the foster, but she found her home. She's got her new home, so it's very bittersweet. What am I looking at? I put this in the right place. I'm second guessing everything. Oh, no, I put it in the right place. I'm just going to have to put another slant right there, which I wasn't paying attention to. 4 kittens, oh my gosh. Tux is called for aid. That's cute. Yeah, we just got Norm and Bub right now, and they're doing pretty good. Norm had a little bit of trouble adjusting when we had Bella for a bit, but she eventually got there. And Bella helped us get them on probably a more strict feeding schedule. So here we go. The One Ring has a will of its own. It betrayed a sealeder, TM, the One Ring TM, and some things that should not have been forgotten were lost. Here it is. We got a few more over here too. Like I said, LEGO is pretty good about providing extra pieces of like the cool ones. So I wouldn't be surprised if the other 1 or 2 we've got over here actually end up being extras for us to use elsewhere. Maybe there's just 1 extra, actually. I thought I saw 2. Oh, there are 2 more sitting over here. But yeah, it's kind of cool that they do the Easter eggs here, because obviously there's not really one of the rings under Minas Tirith. I think maybe it's obvious that there is one. It's a piece of lore I didn't know. I was talking to Amber last time we were live here about books, and then we were talking about that Bane and H2O show. Oh my goodness, come on, these plates are popping up. I put y'all on forever ago. And I've been reading mainly a couple, I guess, it's like a year and a half ago. And you'll know how I know this. I picked up a Kindle, one of the newer Kindles, on a Black Friday sale on Amazon, and it got me back into reading. And ever since then, I've been trying to read one chapter a day of whatever I happen to be reading at the time. And I've kept up a reading streak. I got back from the Bane and H2O show, and I usually will read a chapter before bed. Did not even think about it. Was ready to go to bed. Went to bed. Woke up the next morning and realized my reading streak had ended because I hadn't read anything. This was on Friday. It was like a 515-day reading streak. I was like, oh my gosh. So now we have a fresh start. Now my reading streak is at 1 day. I know it doesn't really mean anything as long as I'm consistent with it, but seeing that number go away was kind of disheartening. So that's how I knew it was 2.5 years. It was December, a couple of years ago. My kitties usually stay sequestered in their own room, but now that they're pretty healthy and getting big, I try to let them roam a little. Yeah, we kept Bella in the bedroom by herself for a little while. And then eventually, the other kitties, I think, had gotten used to the idea of there being another cat, even like the sense, right? Even if they hadn't seen her yet, then they at least were a little bit more acclimated. And then we let her roam with all the rest of them. Then the problem ended up being she had a couple medical problems. I think she had like the cat version of a UTI for a little bit and was peeing in soft places she wasn't supposed to. And one of the first places she peed was on the bed. And I was like, all right, well, we're not trying to make sure she's recovered and stuff, right? So trying not to let her in the bedroom, which meant the other cats couldn't get in the bedroom. And then she had to go on her own special feeding diet, which meant we had to watch what the other cats ate because they couldn't eat her food. So a little bit of a hassle, and she eventually got there. But yeah, that probably caused a little bit more undue stress on our cats than we would have liked. But yeah, the sequestering and then the feeding schedule and stuff was not something we had to worry about too much. But now we've got Norm and Bubby on a good feeding schedule. We feed them twice a day, and one of them is in the mornings. So sometimes I wake up with Norm sitting next to my head on the bed, waiting for me to wake up so she can get some food, like yesterday. Very recently, in fact. Where? There it is. Okay, I'm not paying attention. Tux gets chronic UTIs. Norm has had them a couple times too, but Bella, I think, ended up, especially with her being a kitten, kind of, I'm sure, like, as she was recovering and stuff, then she still, like, she recovered, but then was like, oh, I've peed on this soft surface before, right? And it's like, okay, we can't let you do that. But yeah, Norm has gotten a couple of them, but she also is a little bit more behavioral because Norma is more territorial because she was the first cat to live here, right? So she took a little while to adjust to Bubby, and she would just like pee on the mat outside of her litter box, which is, well, it's not why we have the mat there, but it was like not like directly on the floor, right? But yeah, when we got Bella, then she had some territory problems, right? And Norm is probably, I say probably, Norm is a lot less friendly to newcomers than Bubby is. But Norm finally got there with Bubby, and they don't really play too much. Every once in a while, they'll chase each other around. But yeah, she definitely took a little bit longer to get there. And then Bella would play with Bubby. Bubby just like, he's just here for the vibes. He doesn't like other people, and neither does Norm, right? If we have company over, they both go hide. But other than that, like, I feel like Bubby is a lot more social. I think I just put this one in the wrong place. It goes here. Being an LA kitten can also use some behavior issues. Yeah, and I'm sure that was what it was. as well. And I mean, maybe not even the only kitten part, but the fact that like she was not even the only cat, but the only living thing in the house for a majority of the time after I first adopted her and then started going back into the office for work. It was just me and her here, right? So she probably got used to being queen of the house. and then Bubby came along. It's like, what? Who is this? But she's done really good. She still doesn't like other people, but that's what pandemic cat will do to you. Okay, this goes, we're good here, but I do need to put a little flower over here. Here we are. And then we have a little wing that goes over here. But yeah, they both got their little spots. They like to hang out. They like to hang out like together in the same room, but they will not like cuddle with each other, which is kind of funny. They'll just be in their own little spots that they've picked out for themselves. We got a couple more of the Rocky. There he is. So I have to remember to keep drinking this, or it's not gonna be cold. I am warming up to it. It's a little bit more, well, and I'm thinking about blackberry, so it's probably a no-brainer. It's a little bit more bitter than the other flavors, but that's not a bad thing, I don't think. It just makes it different. Like I've said this before, I'll say it again, Whiteout, #1 Mountain Dew flavor of all time. #1 Mountain Dew flavor of all time. I was supposed to put these down on the last step. I guess I need to go ahead and do it because we're going to cover up one of them in a second. So let's do that. I wasn't thinking I was missing any pieces, and here we are. Let's see. Just kind of trying to gauge where this is supposed to go. And I'm looking at it from the back angle still, so it may take me a second to get my bearings right, but we're gonna have a curve on the side. Maybe I should think of the flat side. So one of them is gonna be facing this way, and the other one is gonna be facing that way. Okay. And that is the first piece. I think that's correct. If y'all see me doing anything silly, I actually don't know that y'all can see this one all too well. Let's take a look at the second one. One facing in and one facing back. Okay, we should be good. Whoops, we forgot about those. Not following instructions very well. Like I said, it has been a little while since we built Legos. That should not hinder my ability to read instructions, but alas. Alas. All right. Okay, we got, oh, now we're gonna start the tiling. I do really like, I don't know. I feel like I'm beating the dead horse. Whoops. The tiling is really, really neat. Because like it gives, well, this tiling, but then especially when we start throwing the greens and stuff in there, like, yes, it's uniform, but it's not like boring uniform. And it's like pattern, but it's not boring pattern. It's very well done. Like this guy. And a lot of it too, like you see the underlying sections of it and you don't really see where the walls go until after, or like that column that we built earlier. And you don't realize, you know, what it's building up to, but it's very neat to see it all come together. Okay, we're gonna have 4 of these. Let me put down this square. Try and lock it in place. We're gonna have another one there. Okay, making sure we're doing the right thing here. I think we're good. Because yes, we are gonna have one strip of gray over here, kind of like we did on the other side. Oh, and this is gonna be where we're gonna structurally build up a little bit more as well, maybe. Not yet, but we did it over here, so I can only assume. Okay, we're gonna have 4 more of these. Oh, then we got these L's. This is a little different, I think. We're gonna be flat on this side, right? And then we're gonna be opposite here with a stud, which is interesting. Usually the cool way it makes it's like throwing in that little the little brick piece on the white walls every once in a while and just not aligning every brick you set down. I'm sure that's common sense, but it ends up working out really well. Okay, so see, you can kind of see like where some of the walls are gonna begin, but yeah, very, very neat. I've got a little, here we go, the black L-shaped piece. It's right up here. And then here are the pattern tiles. So we'll have a couple of them here. And I think for this section, we are mirroring what we've done on the other side. So we're probably expecting to have some columns like archways right here where you see these tiles. I'm trying to listen to make sure the music isn't gone. Oh, this is a 1x3 actually. Then we got 2 1x1s. I was looking for one piece. That was not. Got 2 of these. I'm gonna have to come back to figure out what we're gonna do there. Let's go ahead and let's go in order. I'm getting ahead of myself. 2 more of these tiles, it looks like. There's 1 more, and I'm sure it's a different color on the bottom. Yes, we did that before. I was like, should be here somewhere. All right, and then this guy is gonna point down. This is actually interesting. I guess that's gonna connect to some wall at some point. And then this is actually gonna go 1 down. Oh, and we've got a lot more of these squares to build. So up here, we're gonna leave an empty one for the other statue, and I think that's this guy right here. We gotta build around it. So it appears we do have 2 extra rings, and that ring is right over here. I wonder what's going to be under this, because I think I haven't built Rivendell yet, but I believe there is a 1 ring. No, it's not a ring. It's the Eye of Sauron like imagery that you build as part of the foundation, and it's under where the Fellowship sits, which is really neat. So I'm interested to see if there's going to be any kind of significance. I'm sure there is any kind of significance of where that ring was put down, or if it's just like we just want to hide it there just for fun. Okay, now we're doing some more of this, I guess, rocky tiling over here. This one is going to be a little bit more difficult to see what I'm supposed to be doing from here. But yeah, we got like some pebbles, we got some flowers. It's kind of building up some of the landscaping here. I think if we start here, we're going to be good and be able to sort it out. Okay, that goes right here. We've got a triangle that goes up top here. And this guy starts the next. There we are, okay. This is the part I was worried about orienting, so we should be good. Nice. Oops. I have one piece. I have to find the right one. Oh, and I am still missing a little bit. It's right here. I should have a big. Here it is. Oh, we're actually hiding this little. That's always interesting. We're hiding the little flower we put down right there. Okay. Hopefully this piece of the build isn't too boring for you folks. I know it can probably be very tough to see what I'm doing right here. I promise we're getting there. I promise we're getting there. Okay, where are we starting? I need to put this guy here. Then we got a ladder piece we put just below. Into corner. And then another flower. These green flowers are really neat. I wouldn't have thought that kind of piece would lend so much to the, I guess I'll call it the atmosphere of the set. I think this goes up here, and then this goes here. We put this guy up against there. Yeah, I think that's correct. Okay, now I'm trying to look at where we started and what else we have left. I think I just have this guy left. And it's gonna go right here facing out by the pebble. We're coming all the way up here, it looks like. We are, okay. We'll start with the pebble. Right on the corner here. Here we are. I've got a 1x1. It's gonna go over, oh, it's gonna go over here, and then we're gonna connect this L-shaped piece with the other. Nice. Then on this side, we've got a bit more rockiness. I'm just trying to make sure I'm paying attention to where everything goes. This guy is gonna go up here. Do a couple of these tan studs. There we are. Okay, we're gonna have a pebble up here, and then another tan stud right here. Okay, that does all right. I keep being worried about orientation, but I think we're doing good. Okay, we missed a step somewhere because I haven't used any of these or this guy. So this guy's gonna go in here. I haven't used any of these white pieces. Okay, they're gonna go anywhere except the middle, it looks like, or the corner. Should say. Try and keep them aligned too. Didn't really do a good job over here. There we are. Oh, and then these are only on the corner here. Gotcha. I think these little pieces are reasonable enough to be extras that I probably didn't forget anything. We've got one little tan slant piece. So we got two rings, which we're sure are extras, one little pebble, and one little transparent blue piece. And now we move on to bag 22. So we started on 19, 21. Okay, this is bag number 4 today. Like I said, we've been averaging 6 a stream. What is it? We're staying. Okay, we'll keep going for a little while. This of course is where it gets interesting as well. Oh, we got a couple small bags here. I'm trying to get these, especially the small ones, up closer to the camera. I can see that a few of them are out past because I want y'all to be able to see what I'm doing. And I know if I put them all down here, I'm gonna build up here. So maybe by putting the stuff up there, it's gonna do a little bit better. Maybe not. Let's see. This is probably gonna be pretty similar but mirrored to what we did before, but I'm sure they're gonna be some quirks. Okay, First up, this guy. He's gonna go right up here. Trying to add some more support here as well, which is good. Oh, and it's actually flipped it around, so now I have the advantage. Now I can see everything. I'll flip it around for you. I'll say I'll try and flip it around for you guys. I actually might end up having to build it this way because of the attachment to the other side. Because I think if I flip it around, we're gonna have this piece way up over here. Okay, I'm gonna keep it the way it is for now. And hope that you guys can see what we're doing. But we'll be building up a little bit more, I think, after we get through some of the tiling, so we should be okay. We are gonna tile all around this area first, so this shadow might be a little bit tough to see. And some of the tiling, yeah, y'all can't see that at all, can you? These two pieces have a stud in the middle of them, and I guess y'all can see it on the instructions too. I got a mouse somewhere, there it is, over here. And then there's one little special tile we're gonna put on there, and then everything else y'all will be able to see. Unfortunately, I do not see our special tiles at first glance. They're all upside down, I guess. Oh yeah, they're over from this other bag. All right, so there's that special tile. We've done all those, but yeah, you really cannot see. You can see a little bit. You can see a little bit. The shadows are not helping out much. If I do that, there you go. You can see what we did. All right, and then in the middle here is this gray. We're lined up well. We need another special tile. And yeah, this is kind of, I assume, intended to reinforce what we stuck together over here, which is nice. And these little studs here, I'm sure, are going to be where the archways to the actual throne room are, which is going to be quite crazy to put together, because I know it's going to get tall here, and it's going to be very... Okay. Mostly listening while I make dinner. All good. All good. I'm sure that's a lot of what Lego builds lend themselves to as well, so I'm just chilling out. Trying to make sure I know how many of these we put down. I think we're good. Here's our studded. Okay, I think that's everything for this step. And this section really reinforced, because this was the connection point right here. There's a couple rods underneath these, so hopefully we'll be a little bit more sturdy now. Ooh. See, I thought this was going to be where, well, not quite this one, but it's interesting that they covered this up. Maybe that's part of the landscaping that we'll see a little bit later. All right, this also reinforces what we have here. Nice. Now we're going to start with some of the walls. So yes, this will get interesting because listening while I play Blueprints. Blueprints I think is on sale right now for the Steam summer sale. I thought about picking it up. I've got so many games I haven't played. And I haven't really played anything recently. I do think I am going to pick up Binding of Isaac, the complete edition, because I think it's $5. I've got like the real OG one, but I don't have any of the DLC. Highly recommend it, but there are so many games. Yeah, we've been playing Animal Crossing, and that's like it recently. That's almost it. I did log into Mario Kart World the other day for a very short amount of time. Made sure I unlocked all the remaining characters and skins, which I had not done yet. Now I just need to practice. I just need to practice. All right, so this guy is gonna go. We just built these up. Oh no, we have another wall we have to put on. I wasn't paying attention. Where is it? It's under everything. It's gonna go right here, but you guys are gonna see the hollow part. And then right behind this, which y'all can't really see, is where we're gonna put what we just put together. There we are. Now we're gonna build a little bit more along the top. Can't figure out what small bag has the piece I'm looking for. It was not a small bag, it was a big bag. I'd put this down. This actually goes one up, and then we can connect this here. Nice. Six. And then another 6. Maybe, yes. There we are. That's interesting. I've never seen a step number overwrite the Legos like that. Step 543. So we got these blue pieces that are going to be good visual indicators. Surprise tool that will help us later. It's not this guy, but we are going to use this. I've got a vertical pillar. Let me make sure I know where this is gonna go, because this looks important. Right here. And then this piece is gonna go right. I actually can't tell how this is facing, because it can't face this way. I assume it's gonna face back toward y'all, and I guess we'll find out later if it doesn't. Because yeah, it can't. It's not facing me, and it's not facing this way, and I don't see the bumps on the left, so I think we're okay. Got a couple of these pillars we're gonna put in. Back here where y'all cannot see. Gonna become an archway. Oh, okay, and then we're gonna do another. Yeah, I do think this is in an area where we can't see it. But if I orient like it shows in the photo, right? Should be oriented there. Yes, okay. And this does point out, but I need to put other pieces in first. I think. Let me do what it says. We've got the little window here. I love these window pieces. We've got another one right here. I think the piece I put here was actually too short. I think there is a taller one. Look at that. Like, that does not look like it's gonna line up at all. Instruction reader extraordinaire. Okay, I think that's good. So y'all can see the bumps on your side. Okay, now this one stacks up here. We are gonna put one of these brick pieces here. I should have put down my reinforcing 1x4 here first. And now we've got this really neat columned patterned piece. We got 2 of them. And we're putting one over here. And we're gonna put one on the other side. It's gonna go right here. It does look like it's one off, but it's not. That's where it's supposed to go. Y'all can still see that. Okay. Oh, we're putting another flame, another torch, extra large torch. Make sure we don't forget this little middle piece. That guy. And on top of it, with the little flame inside. That's gonna go way over here. And that to make sure it's okay. We got a little torch in here now. Y'all can't really see it, but there it is. Okay, we will start working on this guy first. He's gonna build up a little bit where we put it before, right here, so it doesn't directly connect. We've got kind of the white corner piece here, but then it leads up a little bit more. Where's our big L shape? I know it's from the big bag. No, it's from the big bag now. We're putting this here to connect to our pillar down here at the back. We got another one too. I'm looking for. There it is. And then this guy is the one with kind of the slants. I'm sure these will connect at some point. Okay. I think that's all for this step. I do have this chair piece somewhere. That's gonna go right on top here. Put it behind another piece. No bricks. Man, you know, I keep thinking this is the last L-shaped piece in there. And then it's not. That one goes here. We do need the long wrap right here. And then we got this interesting arch piece. I don't know who I was showing that to. That'll go right in between. And then we've got our flat L shape. That's what I was thinking. Almost lost that. I can see a little bit of what we got back here. All right, now we're starting kind of to build up the archways here on the back end. So this may be a little bit tough for you guys to see as well. But these are the black archway trim that we did on the other side. There it is. We got this guy with a rail. I've actually flipped it around. I don't know how I managed to keep doing this. I did this last time too. Oh, see, it's not that easy, is it? This is one of those things where I've mirrored it and it's probably gonna look exactly like it just did. Nope, it's good. Now we're good. Okay. Not that it really matters how they connect, but I want to be consistent. This is gonna attach right over here. So there's a black trim right here that's gonna turn into this archway. Streaking through Middle Earth. Oh no. Oh, it's Gollum. It's Gollum. He's streaking through Middle Earth. Almost streaking through Middle Earth. And then this piece is going to be another set of black trim, and it's going to go actually right here, so it's facing me, and it's going to go around this. Actually, it's probably going to be part of the trim of this archway, and then here is where the statue is going to be. Okay, now we'll build up part of a wall for you guys. So here's our wall building technique, right? It's not just putting a bunch of 1x4s everywhere. We're throwing in little bricks here and there. Not me, the instructions. I'm not that creative. Using our 1x6s and our 1x3s here and there to give it some structural stability. And it does end up looking pretty nice. I've been to Hobbiton. It's close. It's close. I would really like to take a trip out to New Zealand one day to see where they filmed everything. I know it's not really Middle Earth, but it'd be really cool. Ooh, it has been long enough since we built this. I know what we're putting right here. We're putting these little turrets. It's on my list. Yes, it is definitely on my list. I don't know when for. One day. Eventually. It's for eventually. Okay, we got 2 of these guys. They're gonna go on either side here to make sure our new wall is attached to our old. That snapped in a lot easier than I thought it was going to. Okay. We got a flat 1x3 that goes down here by the ramp. No railing on this, which is good. Right there. Where in the world? There we are. Our little ramp. Here we are. And then this will go right here, which is interesting because this is a true overhang. There's not a support in here. Okay, and then here's the turrets we were talking about. Let me. All right. These, we've had to build so many of these so far. We've had to build so many of these. Oh, not this guy. Thankfully, we only have to build 2, but we had to build a bunch of them for this outer wall here. That y'all probably could not see what I was pointing at, but and actually, now that I'm doing it, it doesn't seem that bad. It's a little bit weird to get aligned, but when you gotta build like 6 of them or 8 of them. Okay, one of them goes here. They are cool little details though. I do appreciate them. My little fingers are not cutting for it though. They already had to build that whole mobile launcher. There we are. Oh, we got a little bit more structural. I assume wall support over here that we're building. Oh, some structural, some cosmetic. So this is gonna go right here. Let me scroll back one. Make sure we didn't have anything under there. Oh, this actually goes 1 back. I am glad I scrolled back 1. There we are. And then we've got one of our little black flowers here. Our little trim pieces. There we are. And y'all can't see it very well with the shadows, but there's like a little, oh, there we go. A little black leaf on here. and it goes right above the trim that's going to make the archway. And we've got them on the other side too. We got another brick here. Another window. Another window. And our corner, which connects our blue pieces here. I feel like we did something over here with some kind of... I thought we had a color marked piece over here that we used later, but I'm not sure what it was. I may be making that up. Maybe it wasn't a color marked piece, but maybe it was an important tool for us to use later. All right, we got some interesting patterning going on here. We are building this. It's almost like a banner. And I assume it's going to hang down somewhere. That guy. It's going to come down right here. So we kind of got it hanging down over the window, which is neat. And now we're on bag 23. I think we got like 5 little pieces. That's reasonable. I don't think we missed anything. But as usual, if it's anything important, we'll probably catch it on the next bag, since we're not really doing anything super structural right now. I'm wondering if I'm going to need to turn this around for you guys. Let me just play with it for a second. If I... Oh, actually, no, I'm right. Because if I turn it around here, we're past the point where we can separate it. Y'all really... I mean, y'all can see what I'd be doing back here, but it's a little far away. Maybe we will, because we're going to be putting this guy right over here. I don't know how much difference it's going to make for y'all quite yet. This makes it pretty shadowy. I'll go ahead and turn it back around, and we'll see what we're looking at. Leave all those up a little bit. I don't know, this may not be much better, but we're kind of building in the middle too right now. So like right here. See, we can all see that. Okay, we got it. One by two right here. Perfect. That's a pretty good step. But now we're gonna kind of build our little thing over here. So let's see what we can do. I kind of push my bags together a little bit. I need a not flat L-shaped piece. I am gonna need one of these and one of these in a second. Here we are. There's this guy. And this is gonna build up to be some kind of a column or an archway too, if it's in any way similar to what we did before. Oops. There we are. We've got another little section to do over here. This is a, I guess it's light. I thought that was gonna be a dark gray piece, but it doesn't look like it. This little support piece is still very neat to me, this guy. Now it's hard to see with the shadows. And then we've got a really teeny tiny little chair piece is what I call these guys. As long as I can find it. Here it is. And then that ends up sitting right here. Okay, and this is exactly what we did before, or very similar at least. So right over here, I'm trying to look and make sure. This sits here. Yeah, like that. So the column is right over here. We got an ad starting in 5 minutes. We can get in a few more steps before that. Then we're building around this L shape. Yeah, this is very similar. Very similar to activities that we've performed previously. Oh, okay, another part that you guys may not be able to see super well. That's going to be a base for some more of that trim. I say may not be able to see super well just because of where it's going right back here. Basically the studs on either side are what we attach the trim to. Okay, let's see what else we got. Is that a 2x4 or is that a 2x3? Got some more structural. Oh, and this is the color identifier piece I was actually thinking of earlier. I thought I made it up. We've got one tan piece, and then we've got one yellow one. I guess to mark something we're gonna use later. Where is my chair? There it is. And then this is going to go on the inside here. So that's kind of what that piece looks like. And the trim will attach here. That's how it's gone previously. So it'll probably stack on top of what we just built. Oh, in a minute. Not yet. Spoilers. Like so. Flat. Oh, I was like, what am I looking at? Looking at something that's not there yet because I haven't put it on. Right here. And then that goes there, like so. And then right up top. I knew those. I was like, I've seen this piece before. Where was it? I should have. There's the 1x2. And there we are. Now we stack it on top. Okay, so this corner is going to go right here. And this piece actually clicks right in on top of the other section we started the same way. Nice. Do a couple more little column buildups here. You're finally awake. For now. That's my cue. that got about a minute left before ads start, so we'll take another break. We'll go ahead and take another break here. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this around, and we'll see how well it can be seen as we build this next section here, because we've been building this section. It's gonna kind of be a little bit shadowy. I'll go ahead and do that. I'll move most of these pieces over behind you so I can get it a little bit closer. And we'll take a quick break. So I'm not gonna do any more on day 126. Uh-oh. I don't know if I fully appreciated the chat. Okay, let's take a quick quick break. We'll be right back after the ads. All right. We're on bag. Uh-oh. Oh, goodness. Okay. Hang on. We're still on bag 23. I think we're going to finish up bag 23. And we're going to do bag 24. and then that's where we're gonna call it for today. We are 2 hours in. We've been probably averaging 2.5 hours stream. I did flip this around so that hopefully y'all can see a little bit better what's going on. We're building right over here. I pushed it forward so it's not too shadowy, but if I'm building anything small over here like we're about to, it may be a little bit more difficult to see. So just kind of something to keep in mind. I'm going to separate some of the pieces out over here just so for a little bit of my own sanity, haven't really done a lot of sorting yet, but actually the small pieces are probably where it's going to be a problem. So let's see. Let me reread the chat. I didn't quite. Streaking through Middle Earth. I've been to Hobbiton. It's close. It's on my list. How far are you to BP? I don't know if I don't know if I appreciate what's going on. Maybe it'll click. Okay. Let's do our. See, I just sorted pieces and I still can't find what I'm looking for. It was operator error. It was never about the sorting. Nice. Okay, we've got our little spike down here, and we're gonna add our. Sorry, I should be holding this a little bit closer to y'all. Not who I'm showing this to. Showing it to above the camera, actually. Okay, now we got the other set. I'm looking for the pieces that I need. There it is. There's just one of them. That was justifiable. I justified it. Remembered this was in a big bag. We're gonna do that. Make sure we're oriented correctly here. We are. Our little chair piece sitting up. And then this goes right on top of both here. Make sure we're all aligned. We got this guy. Okay, and now we attach it over here. So this is going to be just like the last time. Look at that. Ooh, okay, we're building another little mini spot. Let me see if I can do better at letting y'all see what's going on. Build that. We got another one to go under. Like that. Still holding it up too high. And I don't understand. I don't understand how cameras work after this long. Phase of intense focus right there. If y'all didn't see that, count yourself lucky. Oh no! I used to have it. There it is. I used to have a marker button on the stream deck. I've just exposed what I was doing. Okay, we did build this earlier. One of them earlier went right here. I just couldn't quite remember. And then these all go upside down up top here. There we are. Our little bars. We got a back wall here. Oh, and then we got something that's gonna go on top. Okay, so you set that right there where y'all can see. See, I'm holding this up to nobody. Might as well just hold it above my head. This goes the other way. Upside down here. That. And then we've got, I did think this was a real interesting use of these like quarter rounds. I'll show y'all. Like little triangles, just like decorative. I promise the shadows make them look less aligned than they actually are. Yeah, sure doesn't help. Okay, we'll put this right here. And there you have it. It's gonna go on top, facing you guys this time. Like directly facing the camera so y'all can see what we just did. And we've got some, oh, actually, I guess the railing is gonna go over here. Yes, right there. There we are. And the rail is gonna go toward the wall. And we're gonna be a little bit lower than this. Oh, let's try not to knock that over. There we are. A little bit wonky. A little bit wonky to get on there. Then we're completing the arch here. More railing. Let's do that piece first. This railing is going to be facing you guys, and it's going to go right here. We're going to leave the yellow out. So this yellow piece right here. There we are. Kind of see what's going on. And here I put that on upside down, so it's like a V, not an A. And it's gonna go right here. I can't really see what's going on too much there, but there is a leaf. Okay, we got a square column this time. This is new territory. I did see these square pieces and I was like, we haven't seen these yet. We got that guy. We'll do the same thing we did below. Oh, and we got these little, we still haven't figured out what these little holder rods are for. These guys. So this is gonna go adjacent to this. I'm still looking for where it goes. Oh, it shows me where it it goes. Oh, okay, it goes right here. Nice. Oh, we got a little bit. Oh, we got another wall. Let me go ahead and put that on. Looking for where it goes. It goes right here. That does not seem right. Oh, it's because there's a lip. I can't see it from here. There we are. The lip. Let me see. Okay, we'll do the first thing first. Make sure we're oriented right. And this guy's gonna go right up on top of, not the one we just built, but I think this one. Yes. Right there. And then we have this other weird section. Oops. Right here, and this is gonna go up here somewhere. Right here, actually. And we'll connect that column to what we built previously. This guy connects here. We got a couple more of these little walls and windows. And a corner. I'm looking for where I'm supposed to, because this was already here. Oh, no, I did just put this on. Okay, we're good. We're good for this stuff. I was like, that was not supposed to have been there, but it was. Trying to get my bearings on what pieces go where. Comes back behind. This comes back behind. This goes up front. I got a 2 and a 3. Oops. Like that. Oh, we got some more yellows over here. Surprise tool. So this will connect up top somehow. I don't know if I appreciate that yet. Oh, I do. There it goes. I am missing. Oh yeah, sure enough, I'm missing a 1x1 I was supposed to put right there. See, there's what I mean by. We'll catch it on the next step. Oh goodness, if it's important. I have to knock the whole thing down. While I'm at it. A little side achievement. Okay, there's that. We got another 1x2 that's gonna go right here. And then we've got this little contraption we're about to build. A little doohickey. And the sides are gonna line up. The sides are gonna line up here. And now I do have maybe a few more small pieces that I'm comfortable with, but I think they're extras. Like I said, we'll find out we're on bag 24. I believe this is gonna be our last bag of the stream. We're doing about 6 bags of stream. That would make today. That's interesting. Got some scuffs on this guy. That would make today day 4. I do intend to be back tomorrow with some more after we do after we finish up this bag, so don't be too worried. I think I've got, at least for the time being, I've got a bit of time this week that I'll be able to do some building. We'll see if it sticks. This faces it all. Okay. Okay, now it looks like we're building a... It's not quite like this. Maybe it's like a... I'm trying to look around and see what I've got. This might be new construction too. I mean, it is new construction, but like not duplicative. I do like how it's not, it has not been, it's been like somewhat symmetrical. There's been some familiarity, but it has not been like identical, where like you do something that's huge and like you spend a whole bunch of time doing something one way, and then you spend a whole bunch of time just mirroring it. Oh goodness. This is supposed to connect. There we go. I was misaligned. That was operator error too. I gotta build 2 of these. Like so. Where are these little holders? Okay. Now we're going to build up some structure. I'm going to do it in the order it tells me this time. I like that guy. It's going to go right up there. And then we're going to put our corners but then we build up on either side as well. Like that. Kind of a neat little effect. It's not quite a pillar. I'd call it a column again. No, we're good. Interestingly enough, no, we're good. This is flush. I didn't think it was. We got a back wall that goes up here. Got a couple more corners that will start out disconnected. And then we've got the edge walls again. I do like these dividers split up into sections here. That's interesting, but it works. Not the way I expected that to go on. There we are. Oh, and we got more of these little holders. Oh, but they got a flower on top instead. Whoa! Had a flower on top. We got the holders on the bottom too. Okay. Oh, and we've got some smaller corners and walls and such here. Kind of our topper. Make sure I don't accidentally put any bricks down. Those don't have as much wiggle room either, so that's actually a lot easier to put on the last piece. So we got this guy. Oh, and it's gonna go. All right, let me get, oh, it goes right on top of this. Oh, it's a part y'all can't see. I feel like this is important enough to turn on. Hold, please. I'm gonna do this. And then I'm gonna have to turn around again. This guy. I just gotta, there we are. I think it sets right there. Look at that. That's kind of neat. Yes, I think that's how it sets. Cool. I got some bricks to put on top. I'm glad we saved those. And some more corners. Did we save those? Yes, we did. Oh, okay, another doohickey. Contraption. It's like a side quest. Make sure that gets aligned. Need a 1x4. Now we're here. Oh, and a separate side quest within a side quest. Now this was a short one. There's that guy. And this is now going to attach right here, it looks like. And this moves. And yeah, we're going to hook it in right there. So it is able to move, but then we hook it in and it becomes more structural, more functional. And up here, oh, and it's just that that's really cool. And it's the right angle and everything to connect these two pieces. So that's how we know we got the right angle. That's neat. That's neat. Okay, we're building another short stack at the top with our little corners and our walls. This guy, he's gonna go right up here on top. Make sure we got everything we need. And there we have it. That was bag 24. 25, we're still going to be building on this section when we come back next time. Like I said, usually 6 bags a stream. So next time we'll shoot to get to bag 30, which will be our halfway point. Let me go here. Look at this. Look at what we've built so far on the inside. Now we've got this like somewhat structured out. I'll show y'all. There are these rods in here, and they don't like really even click in, but they do slide into place. So we've got this whole thing here. Let me move it around, and y'all can kind of see both sides and see like where we are, right? So obviously, still got to do the throne room here in the middle. This is what we did last time with a little statue in here. So still got to build out this a little bit. Our black trim we were talking about earlier and our arches, we haven't quite filled out yet. So that'll probably be the next couple bags or so. And obviously, I almost knocked that over. Obviously, our statues. But yeah, now I can show y'all from this side. This middle piece comes out. I'm interested to see if it's only 2 pieces or if it's going to be more. And y'all can see in here what we did before. Here is like our armory. Y'all can't see that very well. Fountain. Our little market. And here are the rods that it connects to. So like, I couldn't pick it up all as one unit yet. I'm sure it'll get there. Pretty cool. Like I said, that's where we're gonna leave off for today. Plan to be back tomorrow evening, generally around 6 Central. Thinking tomorrow might be a little bit later, and if it doesn't rain, I'm gonna try and get out and mow the grass. I know, boring real life stuff. I also have not figured out where these little, all these little holders we put in. I assume they're gonna be like torches or something, but we haven't seen what they do with them. We also put some over here. I guess y'all can't see them, but thank y'all for hanging out. I appreciate y'all sticking around. I guess we should find somebody to raid, huh? I have to reach all the way around this to get to my keyboard. Let's see who we got. And then yeah, like I said, I think tomorrow, maybe Tuesday as well. We'll see if we can do a few days this week, and see if we can make some more progress than we have in the last week. Where are we going today? Oh, I know where we're going. Y'all have been around here. Y'all know where we're going to, I think. We're going to go say hi to Daniel and Randy as part of Game and Gig. They just started their stream 8 minutes ago. Perfect. They're about to play some... I saw what it was. I want to make sure I'm reading it. Yes, they're going to play some Star Fox, the new Star Fox. I hope you guys have a good evening. I have not picked up the new Star Fox yet. Kind of have my eye on it, but like I said, I haven't been playing a lot of games recently. I also just picked up a copy of the original N64 Star Fox and haven't played it yet either, and this is a remake. So let's go say hi to Daniel and Randy, part of Game and Gig. Very, very good people. Make sure y'all cut and paste, or actually don't cut it. Don't delete my message. Copy and paste. I don't know where I pasted that to. I don't think I pasted it to anywhere. I tried to copy it and paste it. Y'all saw it. There it is. That Raid Raccoon message in the chat so that Daniel and Randy know who all is coming over with the raid. Those are Twitch global emotes, so y'all don't even have to be following to use them. Anybody can use the raccoons. Hope you guys have a good evening. I will, hopefully, fingers crossed, see y'all again tomorrow with the continuation of our Minas Tirith build. Go show some love to Daniel and Randy.